Welcome, Aries, to your uplifting messages. So, the advice that we have for you is public face, and that includes following your heart, becoming who you want to be, earn a reputation. So, in all, it says it's okay to be yourself. And then it's clarified by looking, having an eye for beauty and uncovering hidden charms. Seek and you will find. And also clarified by fast changes. Things happen suddenly in a short period of time and in a hurry. Take bold steps forward. So, Aries, in a summary, you are the brand, okay? And you've been banking on yourself for years now. Maybe in ways that you didn't realize had great effect, that had great consequences, right? You could have looked at certain things that you pour yourself into as just hobbies, right? You could have been the one that usually had something creative going on, or you had like outerwear, I mean, clothes, you would do your own clothes or customize your own shoes, or even create amazing birthday cards from scratch. Okay, so for some of you at this time, you are looking to be your brand as a full-time job. Okay, you want yourself to be the job, you want yourself to be the profit, you want yourself to be the bank, you want yourself to be the investment, okay, to be the work. And I feel like a lot of you are very much invested into focusing on the creative side of you. Like I see like a lot of makeup artists that really want to make it big here. I feel like there's a couple of you here, Aries, that are very interested in doing like, is it cosmic play kind of makeup? Or like very like otherworldly, you love doing otherworldly makeup or transformation or kind of costumes, because it puts you in your fantasy world. You like to be in that fantasy kind of realm, okay? But for some of you, there is an opportunity that is going to open up at this time, and you're gonna have to face the music, right? Because you'll have to follow your instinct. You might have to let go of a situation. You might have to let go of a job. Okay. You might have to let go of a certain kind of structure that is running your life. It could be a lifestyle, but there's going to be an opportunity that will be coming very fast, and you'll have to show your best face. I think that's a joke that Aries can get, right? You have to show what you're really made of. I feel like there's a sense where you'll wake up in the morning and you're gonna have to put all your work in your portfolio, uh, um, and then you'll have to run, like you're really running to get that opportunity because you know that it will be life changing. Okay, so let me clarify a little bit about the public face. So we have the Seven of Wands energy as well as the Four of Pentacles. Okay, but I have to show you those beautiful deck. Those beautiful deck. Well, I mean, now that's two. But this is the Tower of the Kingdoms, I think. Not sure. So we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, you see, I feel like this is the kind of fantasy creativity that you kind of want to lean on. Okay, and I feel like some of you might be inspired by your own zodiac energy, by the Martian energy, god of war, and being a warrior, being a soldier, showing up when other people show out. Okay, but it kind of give me that what is it? Mortal Kombat characters. Okay, so just want to show you that, but I also want to show you what's clarifying that energy, which is the Four of Pentacles. That's your bank, Aries. You've been banking. You've been showing what you're really made of to the world. And once you'll be getting that opportunity, or once you'll start thinking about things differently, nobody can stop you at this time. Okay? I also feel because there was the card called savings. So for some of you, probably you have been saving your money so that you can go on that path, so that you can go on that solo path. Okay? And I feel like it's time for you to do what you were meant to do at this time. So for some of you right now, you know what you want to do, but you are looking for a way out or a way in. Okay? So here is for people that have arrived because you've been putting yourself first, you've been banking on yourself, you've been fighting for yourself basically. Okay? But for others of you, it's clarifying by seeking you will find. If you're not at that position yet, if you don't feel like you can represent yourself. I mean, you do represent yourself in whatever you do, but it's more about like becoming at the forefront for yourself instead of for an entity, for someone else, or for a company. Let's see if that looking card have an additional information. I feel like also some of you, even if you aren't there yet, because initially what caught my attention was the eyes, so it gave me that like you have a certain kind of creative sight, right? Like that otherworldly kind of fantasy that you like to rely on, like probably you have an amazing imagination, and you can come up with ideas that nobody has ever seen before. But I feel like right now you're smelling the money. Some of you are standing your ground because you're smelling the money, or you're smelling that things are going to change for you. You're smelling that opportunity. So not only that, your sight is being used for your own creative aspect. You're taking shape. Things are taking shape and form the way that you see fit. Okay, and it doesn't only have to do with being a makeup artist. It could be any being a graphic design, or anything else your that uses your creative juices, or fashion design, or anything else that I can't even think about right now. But initially, and also I had this message that light workers are surrounding you. So for some of you, you might be creating tarot cards. You might be creating oracle decks. Okay, and some of you might be also a tarot reader, astrologer, and you are creating those kind of oracles, and focus on astrology, focus on light workers, focus on romance, or focus on manifesting money, looking for your person, for your purpose, personal development. So I feel like you're surrounded and being inspired by light workers around you, and I feel like that could be your clientele, and they are going to love the kind of products that you're coming out. They're gonna love your vision. They're gonna love your ideas. Okay, let's clarify. So we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, the reason why you could be smelling that the money's coming, or you could be smelling or feeling like an opportunity is coming, or things are turning around, is because you are putting the work. Okay, so for some of you, you've arrived, okay, to the position that you want, but of course you're gonna put in more work because that's what you're about. You're like, well, like it's more like for those people that have arrived, they, I mean, not arrived to the ultimate goal, but you've arrived to a satisfying goal at this time in your life when it comes to entrepreneur, or working for yourself, or even just having putting your foot in, having access to a company that you truly admire, that you actually wanted to expand there. So the 10 of Wands energy, yes, it talks about putting, your foot to the pedal. He's, fashioning this probably iron rod. But for others of you, like, you are being provided the tools. Like, you've developed certain, tools in the form of talents and gifts. You've been developing them, so it has flourished. Basically, you are the Ace of Wands, right? The potential, but you've made it you've make it work to arrive at the 10 of Wands energy, because 10 is also about completion. Okay, so for some of you, you feel whole about whatever you're doing at this time. You feel like you have the capacity to arrive at any position that you would like to, whether it's a specific career at a company, or it's working for yourself at this time. Okay, but I feel like some of you are going to be provided tools at this time, because you've done all this work on your own for a lot of you, and now you're gonna have some kind of assistance. So for some of you, that's what you're looking for. Seek and you will find. Okay, 10 of Wands, and it's clarified by the Emperor energy, which is not really that surprising, right? And we have two fours. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Emperor. So probably some of you are looking for, like, for the people that have arrived and that are doing well where you are right now. I feel like maybe you're looking forward to the next goal. So what am I going to achieve next? Okay, but I feel like now you kind of understand the game. You understand the mechanism. You understand how everything works. You understand that this fire is just gonna spread, right? You're in control of it. You can handle it, right? That fire is your power. You're in control of it. You understand the game. You understand your game. You understand your role in it. But also I feel like some of you are like, I've been working too hard, too long at this company, or I've been working too hard, too long for other people's profit. It's time for me to focus on my profit. It's time for me to focus on what I can get out of this life. The real. I want to be you are the real deal, but you're saying I want to be the real deal in this life. I need to go to the next level. Because also it talks about your experience. You have a lot of experience that can be applied to whatever you want to do at this time, Aries. So that's what you need to understand. Seek and you will find whatever that you need at this time. Because for some of you, you are wanting to be the fool. You are wanting to take a step toward the unknown. That's what you like to do. You like newness, right? But for that to happen, you probably need assistance. You probably have a plan of how that would work logically for you. But again, you have to understand that seek and you will find. So whatever you need at this time to be able to go to the next level or to take that jump, focus on that. Understand that you can find what you need at this time. Can we clarify the fast changes? Because I feel like this is about having faith, being like the King of Wands, and taking the steps. Taking the necessary steps at this time. We have the Death card, yes. And I thought about that before, but I just wanted to confirm it here. Yeah. So for some of you, it's going to be the end to the old. And you're going toward the new. But again, we have to understand that there is a transition period that has to occur here. Okay? So even though you want things to happen fast, there's going to be a lull. And the lull could be emotionally, it could be physically, it could be, monetarily, whatever, because you were attached to whatever you were doing before and it was for a while. Now it's kind of taking a big jump into something that you don't know what's going to happen. You have no clue, you have no idea. The only thing that's keeping you that's keeping your dream alive, or that's keeping you your fantasy, because it's good that you're focusing on that fantasy side of things when it comes to your work, but probably you need to apply it to real life as well. Like, where do you want to be? Where do you want to end up? Death is like end up as well. Where are you going? What's done in your life? What needs to be done as well? Can clarify fast changes. Ooh, I was not expecting that for you, Aries. You're getting everything that you want. What? That's wonderful. Yeah. So, I mean, what you don't know, you're leaving something. I mean, it's the same as the Eight of Cups, but it's a big bang. Eight of Cups. You understand what I mean? Because I don't want to see you starting from scratch, because you have the Ten of Wands that represent your experience, the Emperor that represent your mastery at this time. So the Death card is you're leaving something so that you can get everything that you want. Well, almost everything. We have the Nine of Cups, but still, as an Aries, the Nine of Cups is something that we can take at this time. Maybe your fantasy is related to a new home and you're trying to figure out how you want to get there. Maybe that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the home of your dreams. Like, it's simple things, right? Could get the home of your dreams, the vacation of your dreams. Maybe some of you are going to go back to school, wanting to again go to the next level, get an art. Maybe you want to have a bachelor degree in art, or or anything related to, again, creativity and artistry. So, I mean, I feel like I should be more excited about it, but it's almost like it's inevitable. You're ending something, you're going to get something new. So there's no need for you to fear. You have all the assistance that you need at this time. It's almost like bada boom, bada bang. Okay? All right. So let me provide you with an affirmation card at this time, and we will move on to the second part of the reading, which can be a more in-depth reading, or it can be a completely new story for another group of Aries. Ooh, gratitude for lessons. Can we? With a grateful heart, I embrace the valuable lessons I have gleaned from my past experiences, including the challenging ones. Each trial has bestowed upon me strength and wisdom, enable me to navigate the present with resilience and a deep sense of self-awareness. Once more, with a grateful heart, okay, Aries, put your hands on your heart. Listen to what your heart have to say. For a lot of you at this time, right? For a lot of you Aries, if you know the information in your natal birth chart, I suggest that you go and find that information, because you can see your strength. You can also be aware of your weaknesses and how you can apply it for the good of all. All right? Because at this time, we might be focusing on the Leo aspect of things, the Leo energy. Okay? Because probably, you might need to get your heart pumped up. And getting your heart pumped up, whether it's an exercise or doing yoga or just going outside and walk, or just jumping up and down if you have a trampoline, it has to do with feeling lighter than ever. I feel like this is the way that you can access this fantasy realm, this extraordinary realm that allows you to see the impossibility becoming possible. So, once more, listen or say it with me and put your hand over your heart. With a grateful heart, I embrace the valuable lessons I have gleaned from my past experiences, including the challenging ones. Each trial has bestowed upon me strength and wisdom, enable me to navigate the present with resilience, and a deep sense of self-awareness. Let me say that again because I think I got lost. Each trial has bestowed upon me strength and wisdom, enable me to navigate the present with resilience and a deep sense of self-awareness. So Aries, don't ignore your calling. Don't ignore your intuition, because you are intuitive as fuck. Okay, you are instinctive, right? As a fire energy. When you look at the tarot cards, when you look at the kings, the king of wands, all the wands energy, it's about newness, it's about power, it's about solutions, it's about solving problems as well. So that's why you went through challenges, so that you know how to solve them. Therefore, nothing can phase you. And when you're meant to have your bounty, you're not surprised because you are owed that. Okay, so look at the cards for a while. I should have been more prepared, but I will get the deck needed for you to get your next message, okay? I will be right back. So a bunch of cards came out on the floor as I was getting the specific deck. There was a Judgment card, there was a King of Cups energy, the Knight of Wands. So I feel like you're being careful at this time. You are being careful. You're excited about the new beginning, but there's a sense of you going with the flow. But with the King of Cups, I feel like that makes a whole lot of sense for you, artist, wonderful artist that you are. Ooh. So some of you Aries are focusing on the Temperance energy. Let me read it for you. I love this deck just because of the fact that for the major arcanas, they actually include like an affirmation. I can manage my needs and resources wisely to create harmony. I can manage my needs and resources wisely to create harmony. Because some of you, again, were kind of, maybe that is what is worrying you at this time. So I believe that we are kind of continuing the message here. Like some of you are trying to figure out, well, how am I going to get there? Okay? How am I going to get there? Because it is clarified by the King of Swords. King of Swords says an astute man, authority and power, high standards, okay, mental clarity, morality, upright, justice, honesty, and truth. Okay, So for some of you, you're trying to figure out how am I going to make this work at this time? Okay, I'm letting go. Sorry. And it's also clarified by the Four of Wands. Celebration, enjoyment, community, home gatherings, stability. Free your mind, because behind the Four of Wands there was a Nine of Swords energy. Free your mind. Okay. And the rest will follow. Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow. I don't know why I'm singing this. Balance, patient moderation, calm, self-control, cooperating with others, finding solutions. Yes, right now you're focusing on finding the solutions. You want to live your life as freely as you want at this time. You are owed and you are worthy of your freedom. Just like your brush, the stroke of, your pen, pencil on a paper, coming up with a story, or markers, painting brushes, whatever you use to express yourself. I feel like at this time you're trying to figure out, well, how can I live a life without having to work for someone else, technically? Getting that, focusing on that income that you've been getting from one job or another, you're trying to figure out how is that going to work as I'm going toward this new life of working for myself, because there is a transition period, right? We have the death card, even though it talked about fast changes, but it's almost like it could talk about what you want to have at this time. You want to have a quick ending. You want to get to your happily ever after quickly, which you are going to get pretty close. But Ten of Cups is your happily ever after. But the Nine of Cups, oof, that is the next best thing. So with the King of Swords, sometimes I'd be scared about the King of Swords, okay? Because I feel like, oh, the King of Swords is going to judge me. But the King of Swords here is saying that you have high standards, okay? You have high standards. And because you have high standards, you understand that there is balance that needs to occur in your life. In the sense where you could look at this as God, you could look at the representation of God, you could look at the representation of an angel, but you need assistance. You need assistance like a baby needs milk. Okay? And also look at the picture here. I hate when it's not showing it clear. Oh, okay, I just need to get closer here. Okay. So already you are being bestowed luck by Jupiter energy, Sagittarius, and it's a big fat yes. And let me show you that the King of Swords is also assisting you in this. Whether the King of Swords is your energy of being logical, of coming up with a plan, of, I don't know, maybe talking to a professional or dealing with a friend, whatever. I feel like you have assistance in ways that you don't understand. But as you can see here in the background, it's not so clear, but that's a crown. So you've left something that you are already used to, that you've already excelled at, or that you know what is about, to go somewhere else. You've left it. But at this time, it's time for you to cool off before you take on the new adventure, okay? You need to drink some water. Since we are about to enter Taurus season, it's really that time to start smelling the flowers and slowing down. Which the slowing down will help with your creativity. It will also help with your being solution driven. You will find solutions when you do calm down, okay? Because sometimes because you like things to happen quickly. It does happen quickly. You get a lot of answers quickly. But do you have time really? Have you really swift through the information as accurately as you should if you've taken your time? Because this is getting on my nerves a little bit here. This is Taurus, as you can see, based on the author's interpretation of the King of Swords in this energy. This is Taurus and Gemini, but I would also apply it, and it talks about the third eye. So probably meditation will provide you the answers that you need, like in the ways that are a little bit opposite of you, but not so opposite, but just like you are asserting yourself by taking action. But there's a sense also that um, wisdom could be provided in your sleep. Wisdom could be provided when you just play without having any kind of ulterior motive. You understand what I mean? So this is all the air signs that are behind you. Gemini is behind you, Libra is behind you, and it could and it could also be the representations of these people. You could have a loved one, sibling, people that like from your same generation. They get you. You have your partner that's also that has your back as well. You have friends, you have the groups that you're part of that understand where you're coming from. Okay, so Aries, you have assistance in ways that you need to acknowledge and you need to appreciate. So yes, the King of Swords is very intelligent. The King of Swords is very logical, but it's saying that you have the right, again, this is the right to your freedom. This is the right to go on the path that you want at this time. Okay, so you're being encouraged. See, creativity, enthusiasm, new opportunity, being fearless, progress, vitality, passion, breakthrough. There is going to be breakthroughs coming towards you at this time in the forms of solution, in the forms of partnerships, in the forms of encouragement, in the form of pathways. Okay, and look, you are represented. I was talking about that, the Ace of Wands, Aries energy. But again, all the fire signs align with your energy at this time. Okay, and it's talking about the crown chakra. Pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to the ideas that are coming towards you, that you are channeling, because from the crown chakra you are channeling that energy as well. Okay, and here we just to clarify so that we don't disappoint people here. Okay, you have people. So yes. Ooh, okay, yes, look, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, Six of Wands energy. This is how you should see yourself at this time, whether you've taken the plunge or not. Okay, but next you'll come to an understanding. Okay, you'll come to an understanding, but at the same time there could be some major events that occur in your life that makes you think about your environment, that makes you see your world in a different way. But it could also be about your dreams. Okay, it could also be about your dreams. I don't know if you want other people to come on board with it. Maybe you have to speak out, because I know that, you know, other people might see you doing the work, but they're not sure what you need at this time, and they're I don't know if they're sure if what you are doing at this time. You could be working in the background. Okay, Aquarius, yeah. Some of you understand that at this time it's time to let go of a situation. There are other paths to go on. It says journeys, journey, journeys. Okay? And of course, once you realize that it's time to let go or it's a time for transition. So for some of you that are realizing that it's time to let go, and also a serious ending could have brought on this understanding, okay? But I feel like it's more about accepting your value at this time, okay? I feel like the no says it's we're no longer compromising ourselves in the situation. Okay? Also, the 601 could talk about, you know what you're good at? You never give up. You know that sometimes things do not really go the way that you expect to. Okay? But what you don't know is that you have that, Aries have that stamina to just, they look like they dead, but they ain't. You know why? Because they got Scorpio in the 8th house. Scorpio in the 8th house has the energy, can speak to Pluto very easily, about transmuting that energy, about resurrection. Since today it is Good Friday, you could take what you will with this, okay? So for some of you, that stamina will get you far because it means that you never lose. If I'm able to just get back up again, those failures don't mean anything. They don't mean anything. However, for some of you, you realize that the best course of action for you to do is to let go. Okay? For some of you, I feel like you might be moving out of your environment. Okay? I also feel that for some of you, you're so used to doing things a certain way, or you've been so obsessed with putting your foot to the metal or your foot to the pedal. For some of you, with the Gemini, some of you might know that song, Gas Pedal. Um, isn't his artist named Gemini? Anyways, that's beside the point. But for some of you, you might be a little bit too much focused on work. I feel like things have become too stale. And right now, with the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo, routines are going to need to be changed. They're going to need to be transformed. Okay? There's this there's a sense of stepping out of the unknown, using your imagination with the Piscean energy. But there's also this need of rest for you to go to the next thing. That's why Pisces is before Aries. There's this big ass period of time of a contemplation and understanding where you are in life and understanding your power and understanding your past, what you're asked more. When I talk about the past, is not focusing on the things that have not worked, not focusing on the backstabbers, not focusing on people that had gotten in your way. But with the 6 of Swords and 10 of Swords, it talks about that all of the situations were blessing in disguise, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself. You know it, I know it. Sorry, Aries. Okay. So, but yeah, but as you know that you're going into a different direction, maybe you're freaking tired. You're tired because you've actually find what you are supposed to do. But maybe you were avoiding it because, you know, you have responsibilities at this time, okay? But I feel like you're also saying that your actions create effects. And you are also, we were talking about lessons, right? With the affirmation, you are also a leader. You are also a role model to your kids, to your environment, to your partner, to your group of friends, to anybody that you encounter. And if you say you believe in the impossible, you believe in God and the universe, why would you stay in a situation that has outlive its use. Because all of the things that, that you went through has made you more powerful than you think as the King of Pentacles. Now, some of you might say, well, where's the money? I don't see the money. Well, this is about all of the seeds that are within you that you've been working on, like that's within you, all the potential energy. Don't you see that Ace of Wands? It's a potential energy. But from the Ace, going from the Ace of Wands to the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords did come up first, that is wonderful. So in a sense, Aries, the King of Swords initially is saying yes to you because you have to recognize that you are the King of Pentacles, right? The seed has everything, right? But imagine having a multitude of seeds within you. You don't only have the potential, you have the completion, the arrival to where you need to be at this time. So this is the energy that you need to focus on at this time as well. That you are abundant, you are wealthy, but you're also generous. I know how Aries can be. They're beyond generous. You are prosperous. You are a solid investment. I know you want your security, provider, discipline, sensual. Well, sensual, probably the Taurus season will bring out the sensuality about you. I don't know how that's going to affect your work, right? Maybe you'll have sexy as art product, or maybe your partner will enjoy that. But more so, you are reliable. But the only way for you to be reliable is for you to do something that you truly love. Because you are at that point, you are reliable to yourself and you don't want to cheat yourself anymore. That's what you feel. You feel like you've been cheating yourself. Sorry. You've been cheating yourself out of becoming the King of Pentacles instead of being a pawn for a King of Pentacles. You had the power all along. I feel like you were trying to bury your own. Some of you stayed in a situation for too long because you were actually trying to bury your own wonderfulness. You're actually trying to stay behind the scenes, or also always being in a supporting role when you should be the main character in your life. So here at this time, I feel like you're going to shut up the naysayers with all the wonderfulness that's going to happen in your life. But because sorry, I know I had to clarify this temperance very deeply. But, sorry, I'm going to open the light. This is annoying. I have to set up myself in a different way because that light also bothers me here, but this is the position that we have now. So we're going to work with it. Okay? So we're going the light is showing you that you need to be in the spotlight of things at this time. No more burying your awesomeness. Okay? No more burying the good things about you. So with the King of Pentacles, since you see your abundant potential, you are going to start making some risky moves. Well, it's risky for other people. Can we please see this? Strength, bravery, confidence, courage. Those are all the things that you have, by the way. Focus, persuasion. You got influence, Aries. Energy, sorry. Overcoming overcoming an obstacle. Right now, the overcoming the obstacle is this light. But yeah, so basically you're gonna, oh yeah, I need to start reading the affirmation for this one. But basically, you are no longer gonna be hiding in a relationship or in a workplace situation or even in a group of friends or in a family setting. I feel like there's no more. We don't put baby in a corner. Basically, no more. Oh, merde. Sorry. Can we have some? Okay, I will read it. I will patiently resolve conflicts and contradictions. I will patiently resolve conflicts and contradictions. What the heck? Okay. I feel like what you're going to resolve is that by focusing on yourself and becoming your awesome self, whoever that was coming against you in any way, shape, or form, I don't know why they would come against Aries, because you're going to fall. Sometimes Aries ain't got to do jack squat because Aries got spirit. Aries got a spiritual army. See, there's a temperance card here. Aries got a spiritual army. I don't understand that. So Aries got a spiritual army. So I don't understand how you would come with conflicts and contradictions. But at the same time, I feel like it's regarding anything that you've overcome, right? You look at things from a different perspective. I feel like this is more about being lost in your emotions. No, you've taken control. You've taken your power back. Ooh. Guess what? We got 10 of Cups energy. Okay. It says the domestic harmony, family reunion, contentment, celebration. We have another card of celebration coming up as well. So, did not talk about the happily ever after. So, you are willing to risk it all. Okay? You're willing to risk it all for what you truly want here. Okay? And again, it shows that this is the Piscean energy. So you have a goal in mind. Contentment. That's what you want. You want to be in a career that brings you ultimate fulfillment. And for that to happen, you have to be the boss. Or you have to be in control, or you have to be managing things, or you have to be able to apply your ideas and show them that you are a leader and not being stuck in something that's just a routine or that you're just filling up a place just for face value and you cannot really affect change. I feel like Ten of Cups is about family, so I was talking about assistance before, or people that are there supporting you. So you do have supporting people, but I also feel like um, once you do end things, you'll see how people do have your back, Aries. You also will understand that universe has your back, right? All the people, all the people that you want to be in heaven with, or you want all these people to be in heaven with you. I feel like all these people, that spiritual but also physical heaven, I feel like all these people are willing to help you, especially if they see your potential at this time. But I feel like if you are going in one direction, okay, so for example, you want to be financially independent, okay, so this could talk about like temporary contracts that comes to help along the way for you to be able to pay your bills, for you to be able to take care of your needs as well. But I feel like this is also about having the help provided to you once you're done. So it could be like you get a big fat check, right? I feel like it's almost like, because I feel like 7 days, 7 7 keeps coming up, right? The Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups 3, I feel like there's like a big fat check coming to you at this time for you to be able to focus on your work, focus on what you need to do. But again, you'll have assistance. Yeah, you'll be, that's what I want to know. Not want to know, but that's what I see here. Recognition. That's what's important. People are gonna love what you do. You will be recognized. That's why things are going to happen so quickly, so fast as well. People are going to need your help. People are going to see you as a teacher. People see you as a teacher right now. You just don't know. Free your mind. Yeah. Okay. I also feel like you need help in that sense. Like, you don't want to be worried about the future, because the Nine of Swords is worried about the future. But also it could be reoccurrence of issues that happened before you even decided to take a plunge into the unknown. So certain things could be coming back trying to haunt you, and you have to tell them, no sir, no ma'am, not today, we're not doing this. I'm focusing on my freedom here. You need to get the fuck out. Right? I'm celebrating my wins in advance. Okay, let's talk about enjoyment, community. I feel like with the Nine of Swords, maybe, right, probably that you're gonna be getting a new home, and the only problem is that this home is too big for me, and I'm gonna need other people in it. So that, I feel like that could be a problem, but not a problem, right? Again, the word teamwork is being emphasized here. Aries, there is stability coming, okay? So let's clarify the temperance. We clarify the temperance again, but let's focus on what's helping you at this time. Sorry. Yeah, helping? Yeah. What's helping you at this time? Usually I focus on the Six of Wands came out again. Let's success, victory, achievement, pride, recognition. Again, you are going to be, I don't know if because you've been staying in the shadow, out of the spotlight, letting other people take the credit for whatever you're doing, or just looking at other people living their best life, you are not recognizing your own amazingness, your own worth at this time. You deserve praise. You are going to be rewarded. That's what you need to understand here. And also you have to understand that you're not crazy. You are going in the right direction. Yeah. And this is also about harmony, okay? Like taking some time off, because the temperance has to do with taking some time off and coming back swinging. So for some of you, you want to take some time off as well. You want to have that money to be able to take some time off and come back as well. Okay? It's clarified by the Hermit energy. So yes, you need some time to reflect. So here it says with the Hermit, self-reflection, introspection, enlightenment, spiritual contemplation, receiving or giving guidance at this time. And the affirmation is saying, I'm seeking solitude to explore my options with wisdom. Yeah, because for some of us, because I'm an Aries too, but for some of you guys, Aries, you've been lost at some point, not knowing where to go, not feeling your power, not knowing your worth, or knowing your worth, but not totally, not completely. Okay? And see here, because yeah. So since you have, it's almost like an awakening with the sun energy, right? Since you have an awakening with the sun energy, it talks about happiness, triumph. Yeah. Once you do what you need to do, you'll understand how triumphant you are, even if nothing physically has changed. But there's a shift that has occurred internally. Optimism, success, vitality, fun, truth. That's what's important. The fact that you know that what you're doing is right. You know you are on the right direction. Okay? Why? Because before that there was this seven of swords energy trying to keep you stuck somewhere. Okay? So here it says, I enjoy every moment of my life. So whether you're working or not working, you have to enjoy it. You have to be grateful for that, okay? With the four pentacle energy though, so for some of you, the seven of swords could talk also about being strategic. So some of you have been strategic against saving your money, so that was the best course of action as well. But the truth is here is that you realize that you were holding on and blocking off your growth by staying in a place that is stunting your growth when you're all of that. This is not enough. Okay? Some people I know how we don't like to see the Five of Swords, but for you, Aries, the Five of Swords energy, that's the best thing to see because you saw the truth. It's okay if I'm a villain because I already know that I'm doing the right thing. Just if y'all want to bring me to court, bring me to the spiritual courts, bring me to the highest court, bring me to any kind of court. I win regardless. Whether I lose, I win. Whether I win, I win. So yeah, so basically, of course, the Five of Swords is after the Four of Pentacles, and the Sun energy is just taking over. You just see things as they are. You see the truth in the matter. So when you see that your growth is being stunted, that you haven't seen your wonderfulness, you haven't seen your amazingness exactly the way you need to see it, because Aries has a lot of pride, then there's no need to stay, and other people might not like it. Here it shows the Aquarius energy, Venus Aquarius energy, so it's twofold. In the negative sense, you're losing out on this probably job, you're losing out on this situation, but it you were losing out, or you were losing out while you were in there. Okay, so sure, you might take a loss that seems to be a loss, but it's not, because Venus in Aquarius talks about gains that you get from your future, that you get from following your purpose, from going for the moon, for going for your dream, fighting for your dreams, willing to fight for your dreams. So it's with the Five of Swords, it's clear as day. It's just the truth sometimes can be ugly. Just saying. We do have the moon energy. So yeah, we are going in a direction that we've never been before. We're not following rules that have been established for just a few to win, or just for a group of people to win, while I'm being stunted, while my shiny interior and exterior is trying to be buried into a work that makes me very miserable. So, and the moon is about intuition, but it could also talk about what you learn from the full moon energy. Okay, yeah, some people are gonna act like you're delusional. That's okay. Some people are gonna think that you're crazy. That's okay. It's fine. We don't have to argue about it. But this could also talk about what you learned from the full moon energy, right? The full moon was in Libra. So when the full moon, you see things as they are. So the people that are for you, the situations that are for you, they have your back regardless. They owl at the moon with you. They're on the trench with you, or they are your cheerleader. Okay. And the affirmation that we have here is, I acknowledge and let go of insecurities and self doubt. Yeah. Because focusing on what other people have to say, a lot of blah, 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 it just makes you, sometimes they're trying to break down your resolve. They're trying to break down your resolve, trying to make you feel like where you're going is not right. The only thing is, you see here, the only thing they write about is that we're not sure exactly how everything's going to unfold, and that's okay. There's a sense of the adventure. Sometimes I look at the moon as Sagittarius as well, being called by that sense of adventure. You don't know where it's gonna go. You're not sure where you're gonna go, but it's almost like kind of making decisions as you go at this time. It's gonna lead you to the unknown, but also you're gonna get unknown gifts, mm, things that you've never had before in your life. The magician's asking you to focus on your best self. Again, it's clarifying the I want to say the Lover's card, but yeah, the Lover's card. Yeah, you've made a decision for a reason, and that is the right decision. So this is talking about manifestation, creativity, desire, willpower, resourceful, the art of communication. Okay. So whatever that you're good at, keep on focusing. Whatever that makes you feel wonderful, amazing, keep on focusing on that. It's almost like within that 18 energy, keep focusing on the one, because things keeps transforming. I feel like that's what it is with the moon energy. As you take action, things keeps changing and you don't understand on a day-to-day basis, especially for people that have Virgo in the sixth house. It shows Virgo, and you have Scorpio in that eighth house. Things are transforming daily, whether it's an internal shift, eventually getting to that physical shift. It's that adventure is shaped, has been molded only for you. So you'll see the gains that you're going to get here. Because it's also letting you know that you already have everything that you need at this time. And to focus on that and to bring about more as well. It's almost like the Jesus story where he was speaking or probably doing miracles for the people. I guess they were at the beach, close to the sea, whatever. And these people have been following them for a while. And they're like, yo, I need to give them something. They've been following me for a while, been talking, speaking. They've been our companions, you know. But they're hungry right now. They need some food. So they're more yes, I have given them words. I have taught them something, but now they need physical means, right? They need physical means. And some of his apostles brought him, as above, so below, brought him, what is it? A couple fishes and a couple bread, which could probably feed 3 to 5 people, but he had hundreds of people with him. But because he knew his power, as above, so below, as above in the heavens of my Father, we have so many wonderful items in abundance. And yes, I can bring some to this realm as well. I'll try my best to reach my goal. So if for some of you guys, you are unsure, focus on the things that you're really good at this time. Really good at, or that makes you feel wonderful. Because when you do that, you are in your magician energy. And that means you can expand your horizons. So you don't have to be so hard on yourself with the, I'll try my best to reach my goal. I do what I can. But then I have assistance from above, or I have assistance from heaven. I have assistance from God. What's the advice? This reading is very long. The advice. What's the advice for Aries at this time? The Four of Cups. Yeah. You are in the driver's seat of your life. It's okay to say no to things that you no longer want. Okay? Depression, missed opportunities, blind spot, feeling disconnected, meditation, contemplation, boredom, reevaluation. It's okay to say no to things that is not going to provide you with what you need at this time. Sometimes, even if it comes so quickly, so fast, it is not what you want at this time. For some of you, you're going through a detox. It could be any kind of detox. It could be like my attention is too much on watching videos that do not uplift me, that keeps me stuck in fear. I don't want that kind of energy. I don't want that's not what I want on the day today. I want to uplift myself. Some of you Aries, you might like trash TV, but you need to balance it out. Okay? This is also like saying that I need time. You need to speak to God, right? You need to speak to God. Said, I need time. I need assistance at this time, okay? Because you need to go with the flow. There's no way that you're going to take action based on fear, okay? But at the same time, I feel like the Four Cups, because now we're getting a third, fourth. We had the Emperor, we had the Four of Pentacles, and we had the Four Cups. So also it's honoring how you feel, okay? And with the Two of Cups, it's usually about going with the flow, right? Jupiter, Capricorn, expending your time, or make the most of your time. But I feel like you're trying to cram up as much activity within a short period of time, and you don't need that at this time. You don't have to follow a specific schedule at this time. It's not really what you need to do right now, especially with the temperance energy. Like, because a schedule is going to unfold for you, but you're finding balance. You're taking some time off for yourself, and that's okay. Here it's talking about priorities. You are the priority at this time. But again, here, look, we have the Empress energy. The only person that you need to impress is you. Okay? I understand that you want to do a good job. You want to do a good job. So this is why you're not staying where you are anymore. Because you're like, I have to unpack my gifts. Jupiter in Capricorn, right? That's like close to like Christmas time, right? December 22nd, December 30th. Because let's say you are using the Jupiter energy, like it's a lasting energy from the month of Sagittarius and Capricorn. I feel like you're trying to make the most of it, but it's also realizing that you have all the time in the world to get what you need at this time. That I like I like the definition of rolling in dough in no time, right? And because of that, you'll be you again. You've probably outgrown the home that you have. Some of you, it's a physical home that you're gonna have a big one, and all you need to do is fill it up with people, or fill it up with nice things that are going to uplift you. See, and Empress energy is related to art as well, right? But there is a sense of expansion that is going to occur because all you're going to do is focus on your talents and your gifts. You'll be you'll have the time to nurture yourself. So let me have just one nice message from the manifestor deck. I hope I'm saying it right, but who cares? I have three. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Completely correlated to the Four Cups. When you don't feel good in your situation, when you're bored, something has to give. Something's got to change here. And something will change because you will bring about the change. And it has to do with your day to day activity, it has to do with your lifestyle, it has to do with your lifestyle, your routine, whatever that you do. But I feel like it's more like related to work. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. My super attractor power comes from how I feel. Again, clarifying the Four Cups. My faith in love and the joy I put out. Let me repeat that. My super attractive power comes from how I feel. My faith in love and the joy I put out. Keep on focusing on the joy. Keep on doing the things that you love, Aries. And the last one is wanting more for others puts me into an energy of abundance. It's possible that once upon a time you felt closed off from everyone else. We did have the hermit energy, right? Sometimes betrayal can discourage you from taking any steps toward opening up to others, but you're missing out big time. So, Aries, I feel like this is a wonderful reading. Be fearless in your pursuit.